Okay, we're back. Sorry for the interruption, but it's just very boring to do cake on Facebook Live. So I pulled my cake out. I want to show you guys. These cake pans, by the way, are cake pans from my grandmother. So that's pretty cool, huh? That's how often I make cakes. They're still here. So you invert one, put it upside down. A little baker's secret is to do a little simple syrup, which is sugar and water. And you just want to lightly brush it on the top. This just keeps your cake moist. Any cake you're going to do, this is a good idea. You know, it's just a light brushing of that simple syrup just really kind of keeps it moist. My frosting came out. It's a very dark chocolate, so it's not that lighter brown color that we're used to seeing because I use that Hershey's Special dark chocolate, so it's a different kind of powder. So if you like the other color of the other cocoa powder, which is more of a brown tone, like a lighter brown tone, use that one and it'll be that color. You're gonna put your first layer on, and I have a volunteer that wants to do, this is what bakers call a crumb coat. It's kind of the first coat of chocolate. Now in the middle, I don't really worry about that because I'm not gonna make it perfect. Let's put a lot on there. Right, Aiden?
Yeah.
Aiden is going to go ahead and smooth it out. You've washed your hands. So to recap, what you want to do is you want to go back, listen, and forth, back and forth. And you don't want to keep going over the same area. Let me show you a trick. You want to take it like that because it'll pull the cake off. So always make sure, see how it's starting to pull it? You don't want it to do that. So it's back and forth,
Okay, I got this.
back and forth, back and forth. No, you're going to keep doing it. You got a whole cake to do, okay?
Back and forth.
Good job. So the reason you're doing that, otherwise if you keep going over the cake, the crumbs are going to pull up and they're going to mix in your frosting and just not taste good. Okay, that's perfect. So you just want to smooth it out around the edges. Now we're going to get the second one out. I always hit it a couple times, and you can take your knife to kind of go around. Hey Hal, you can kind of go around to see if it'll come out. I always, my kid wants to eat it. I always want to butter these with an actual stick of butter. And you can flour them too if you like to. I don't like to flour a chocolate cake because it shows. You see that I just don't like it. But whatever you want to do, I'm not a baker, so really you shouldn't be taking any advice from me. I'm going to turn it upside down, try and get it to come out. I feel like it's loosening up. There you go, came out.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Okay, I'm going to put it this side down because this side is nicer. We're going to just lay it right on there.
Wait, why is that round and that one's not?
Because that was the bottom.
That's the bottom.
Yeah, I put it on the bottom.
Doing more?
So here we go. We've got both layers on here. Aiden's put the first coat. So you want to get a lot of frosting. I'm going to put it in dollops.
Can I do it?
Yes, you can. And see how it's really, really dark?
Can I do butter knife this time?
It's a dark chocolate. No, you want to use an offset spatula is what you really want to use. And of course I don't have one because I don't bake. So here you go. Now let me just get it smoothed out a little bit and then you can go back and forth. Okay? Ready? Back and forth, back and forth. There you go. So you're trying to get a smooth layer on there. You could do a crumb coat on here. I think this cake is going to hold up, and I forgot to put the simple syrup on there, but you could do another layer of simple syrup. Okay, remember, back. Oh, nope, we're not eating. Oh, it was on your finger. Just put it on the side. So you want to kind of go back and forth like this.
I didn't know if there was enough clean.
Yep, there's plenty, okay? And then as you go around the edge, just kind of smooth it out. It's okay. Now you can get fancy and you can do piping, you can put some in a pastry bag or even a Ziploc bag and cut the very tip and you can do some cute decorations. That looks great on a white cake. On this chocolate fudgy cake, I'm just gonna leave it simple.
Are you gonna cut the
You could do
sides
nuts, you could do cherries, you could do all kinds of stuff. Again, this cake, it just needs to be simple. Glass of milk with it, you know what I mean? It's that rich, ooey gooey fudgy cake with this really, really decadent frosting. Now you can see we're making a mess on the side, and the reason I put the wax paper here is when I'm done, I'm gonna pull those out so that the mess is on the wax paper. So again, we're gonna go ahead and...
Can you eat the frosting?
Yeah, you can eat the frosting. Just go ahead and do a little piece on the side, and you wanna just kind of pat it on there, just like that. Okay, and you wanna get the side going. Go ahead and you can do it. So I want to go over really quickly again while he's icing the cake. This is a cake I grew up on. This is a cake that my dad, his mom made him. It's a chocolate mayonnaise cake. I'm going to give you the ingredients again. It's 2 cups of flour, all-purpose, whatever you got, cake flour. 2/3 a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. I use that Hershey's Special Dark, which is why my frosting has that very, very pronounced, almost blackish brown color. If you like more of that milk chocolatey flavor, don't use the Special Dark. Just use the regular cocoa powder. This has more cocoa in it. 1 1/4 a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 a teaspoon of baking powder, 3 eggs. It's 1 2/3 cup of sugar. You got 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 cup of mayonnaise. Hellmann's or Best Foods, depending on where you live. East of the Rockies, it's Hellmann's. Out here on the West Coast, we have Best Foods. And 1 1/3 cup of water. You're gonna put it in 350 and do your cake pans, grease them, and I think it's at like 40 minutes. I don't know. You have to look it up. I didn't print that page, but it's a delicious cake. It's on the internet. Just Google chocolate mayonnaise cake and it'll come up. The frosting is 3 cups of butter softened, 5 cups of powdered sugar, and cream, heavy whipping cream or milk if you don't have heavy whipping cream, to taste and to the texture. If you're using salted butter, you don't need to add salt. If you're using unsalted butter, I would salt the frosting. I like a little salt in my desserts. That's just me. Vanilla extract or vanilla paste, and you're just going to beat it. And you're gonna beat and cream your butter together, just the butter, for like 3 to 5 minutes until it's really fluffy. Then you're gonna go ahead and start adding in your ingredients. If you're doing chocolate, you'd add your cocoa in. My secret ingredient for my chocolate frosting is to use espresso powder. Just a half of a teaspoon.
What's espresso powder?
It's a coffee powder. So it's just a little like half of a teaspoon. Like it's not enough to like have your kids bouncing off the walls. It's just enough to kind of elevate that chocolate flavor. And we all know that coffee elevates chocolate. So it's one of those things that's when you taste something and there's like layers of flavor, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to not have everything be one note. So like vanilla beans in there, even though we're not doing vanilla frosting, vanilla accents the chocolate. The espresso powder accents the chocolate. If you wanted to do an orange flavor, you could do an orange oil in it, an orange extract. You could do any flavor. You could, sky's the limit with buttercream. I make it at Christmas, and of course, everybody wants colored frosting. I hate colored anything, but you can add, food grade coloring to your frostings. But I make 1 big pot of the regular buttercream, this one I gave you, and then I just color the different ones and keep them in little tins. This frosting will last in the refrigerator about 3 to 4 weeks covered, or you could freeze it. It freezes very well in the freezer for about 3 months, and then when you take it out and it thaws, whip it again. Just put your mixer in there or put it back in the KitchenAid and just whip it to give it that kind of, put the air back in it. And it's the best frosting. There is no need to buy that horrible chemical-laden canned frosting. I could be starving. I guess if I was starving, I'd eat it, but that's not something I would ever eat. It's just, I like real buttercream.
Yeah,
and when you look at the color of this cake and the richness of this frosting, it's like eating a piece of fudge. And Aiden has done a really beautiful job. I might tweak it a little bit, but this cake is for my dad's birthday that we're celebrating tomorrow. If you're gonna be around town, Brew Rebellion at the Old Norton base is having a blues and barbecue. I can't even say it, but it's barbecue, and it's the San Bernardino POA. So you've got police officers, you've got, usually like last year they had the DA there, they had the sheriff's department, different teams. I think there's 5 teams competing, and I think they're gonna do brisket and pulled pork this year. But the food is great. It's $10 for a big plate of food. Like everywhere you go, you can't, there's no admission fee. It's just $10 and you get a plate and you get to get your food. And they have hot dogs for kids, and they'll have booths with all kinds of fun stuff. And it's just a fun community event. The mayor was there last year, and the chief of police was there, and you get to meet your local heroes. You get to support them. And of course you get to taste the wonderful beers that Brew Rebellion's doing. I don't drink beer, so I don't know, but if you like beer, it's a good event. So come on down. I think it's from 1 to 5 tomorrow. I think the barbecue competition's at about 1:30. And then, there's time to mingle and do your thing. So, okay, everybody, if you have any questions about the cake, again, I'm not a baker. I don't like to bake, but this is one exception. It's a chocolate mayonnaise cake. You can Google it or look in my link. The ingredients are in there. And whipped buttercream frosting is the way to go with any cake. Please do a whipped buttercream. So easy, so simple, and it keeps in the fridge, okay? I wish I could eat this cake, but I'm definitely, in fact, I'm gonna right now on camera. I'm gonna eat frosting. Oh my gosh. I need a moment. Oh wow, that's so good. It's so fudgy. It's so rich. It has a really velvety mouthfeel.
It tastes a little weird, but it tastes good.
I did good. Good job, Trisha. Good job.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, see you later.